Once again, it's time for another Bob the Sign Man episode. Now on to the show.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this exciting episode of Bob the Sign Man. Today we're going to take a little look at some of the printing problems I've been having with my HP 365. I've done a little research, some Google searches, some Facebook pages I belong to, HP support, some traffic pages. Everybody's saying that their HP 365 all of a sudden is printing off. What I mean by off, if you're supposed to print a 30-inch sign and it has like a speed limit sign, for example, is supposed to be 29 and a quarter tall and 23 and a quarter wide to compensate for the border that's going to go around. So it's a 24 by 30 sign. Well, mine's always been printing an 1/8 inch too long, and it throws my borders off, and I can see it with my eye, but you think, well, generally the public at 55 miles an hour or whatever, they're not going to notice it. But I notice it, and I like to think that I put out a quality product, and I'm never going to settle for second best. I'm always going to strive for perfection. My motto is perfect is going to have to be good enough for today. So I'll show you some measurements that I took and some calibrations, and I'll show you how I arrived at this fix that I hope is a fix. Let's jump into this episode.
Okay, first thing we're going to do, let's open up your production manager. Now, you might have several printers, a couple cutters, or whatever. I have a HP 365 and I have a Graphtec 8600-100. So you want to make sure you're highlighting the right profile, because you don't want to come in and do any changes on your cutter, because my cutter is working fine. So let's highlight your printer, okay? Now you're going to come up to up at the top here where it says setup. Click your setup, and this will pop up, and we want to come down to output size compensation right here. Okay, you're going to click that, and you're going to come into this menu. So we're going to test a run on here. So the width, I have 36-inch DG3. Yeah, we're going to burn up some DG3, but it's important to get the specs just right. You know, there's always a little waste involved in this stuff. So we're going to set it at 24-inch. Let's go 30. Okay, and the length, we're going to go 36. Okay. And there we go, 36. So this right now, all these over here, the measured size and the compensation factor isn't going to matter right now, because we're going to do a test print, and we're going to go 30 inches wide, 36 inches long. Okay. And so we're just going to click test print, and it should be going off to my and we'll click OK. Output size composition will not apply jobs already in the queue. Okay, that's fine. So now you can see up here it's firing up my printer, and it's going to get ready to do the test print. So let's I'm going to go ahead and do the print. I'll be right back with you. Okay, now that I have the test sample out, I'm going to measure it down from the end. These, like, they're kind of a light, like bluish purple line. You can see mine is exactly 30 inches. So that's never been my problem. It's just a kind of a bad angle there. So as you can see, I'm right at 30 inches. I mean, it's just dead on right there. Okay, that's never been my problem, has been the vertical, or I should say the horizontal. Now let's check out the 36-inch side and see what it shows.
Okay, now I'm measuring this 36-inch side. As you can see, I have that 1/8 of an inch right there, and that's where the line should be, and that's driving me nuts. Okay, so I'm off 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to show you how we compensate for that.
So my test size was 30. Okay, and then the length was 36. Okay, the measured size came out to 30, which was fine on the, oops, get that point in there. It came out to 30 inches, which was fine. This one came out to 36.125, okay. and it's going to compensation factor. It's not going to do anything over here, but here it's going to take off a little bit of it. I'm not going to do the test print again. Already did it once just to make sure it worked. And you want to enable output size compensation, which we did, and then you want to save it in your preset. Which preset you want to save it in? We're going to save it in my 4000 series, which is my DG3, and I'm just going to click OK. It says output size compensation will not apply to jobs already in the queue. Okay, so anything that you have waiting in here, it's not going to apply to. I guess that would be your project manager, the stuff you already have in there. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to print one more sign. I want to print this W1-1 to the right, 30 inch, and we'll see how it works out.
Okay, I printed out my 30 by 30, and you can see this blue tape. Just caught it, just luckily. I'm sure we've all come across this. It is where 3M has spliced rolls together to make a complete roll. And what they usually do is they'll put a little, like a bookmark here. There's a little green tab or blue tab that sticks out to let you know it's coming up. I've been told they add another like yard and a half or so to make up, because you're always going to ruin a sign if that comes in the middle. So that really wasn't a factor with me. So this is my vertical edge, and I was always printing an 1/8 of an inch too big. This side has always been spot on. That side was off, and it throws my borders off a little bit. So let's measure this out after we made those adjustments, and let's see what happens. This is my test here to make sure everything is okay. This is a 30-inch sign, and it has a 1/2 inch border, which means the inside from the outside of each border should be 29 inches. You can see that one is spot on. I've never had a problem with that side. Let's measure the vertical side now that comes out of the printer. So this is a side I was always having problems with coming out of the printer. Look at it now. It's right exactly where it should be. It used to come out 1/8 of an inch, and it was driving me nuts. But I think I found a fix. That means I'm not going to have to go back and change all my files. That's what I had been doing, is I had been going in when I print something, I take 1/8 of an inch off of it, and it was time consuming because every time I print something I had to do that, and I just knew there had to be a way to do it, so I kept searching and looking. All right, there we go. I got it finally. I made the adjustments. I printed out a sign. Perfect. I printed out one of these this morning, 1/8 inch off. Now I'm spot on where I should be. There's a link down below. I'll put a couple links down there where I found some of this information. I downloaded this user guide. It's got a lot of good information in here that I didn't really ever know about. It shows how to select color profiles and stuff. So it's pretty good reading. There's 2 links down below. One will show you that user guide I just showed you, and the other one will kind of walk you through. It was kind of hard to follow in the sheet. That's why I made the video, because I already did all the work for you. So all you have to do is just follow along. So like I've said before, I never try to settle. If I do, it's not going to last long. I'm going to find a cure, you know that, or a fix, whatever I have to do. So whenever you're in trouble, you know what to do. That's right. You just turn to the Sign Man. As always, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this exciting episode. Bob the Sign Man is filmed in the beautiful Napa Valley. This video has been directed, edited, and produced by, you guessed it, Bob the Sign Man. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes coming your way. As always, thanks for watching.